Good morning. Why is this? There. Hi. OBS is being stupid again. Okay. Hi, everybody. I see Serafina Marina. Good morning. Fantasy. Fantasy is first. Gunk Lobsters. Technically second. Marina is third. Necromancer's just always here. I don't think he ever leaves. The Seraphina's hiding in the chat. Hi, Serafina. It took me a long time to get started. Stupid OBS. To restart my computer. Puma, good morning. Are you off to work? Puma's probably off to work. The painting has changed a lot. Over the weekend. We started with this last week. And now we're over to this. Still not happy with the body, but you know how it is. Oh, look, I'm live. This stream element's late. How many times is it gonna say it? Like 15. How was everybody's weekend? My weekend was alright. I need to refill my Maraca container. That is not my maracas, that's the Tylenol. Ross, good morning. Happy Monday. Already took their meds, waiting the effects to take hold. You know, despite the fact that I posted the med reminder yesterday, I forgot to take my meds and I ended up taking them at 11:35 last night. So I kind of have to push things back a little bit, or maybe I'll just take them one time. I don't know. I was born till I accidentally broke a leaf from my snake plant. Her name is Lola. I feel horrible for doing so. I think Lola will probably be fine. I know it wasn't quite boring because I have a mom, and yesterday was Mother's Day. Well, yeah, Mother's Day, of course. I spent part of Mother's Day sitting out in the backyard and taking apart my Chinese shirt, so I've got that mostly apart, and then after stream today I'm gonna be making a pattern from it and then sewing it back together. And other brother was like, did you, and insert fuckface's name here, do something for mom? The accident actually gave me a panic attack. Fantasy, it's a plant, it'll be fine. They've evolved to lose leaves and be damaged by things chewing on them. I'm like, yeah, I did. Also, don't forget you still owe me insert number here of gas money from when you borrowed the car last week. Also, I was like, if fuckface name here didn't do anything, he doesn't deserve any of the dinner tonight. And I'm like, yeah, but insert fuckface name here is gonna try and eat anyways. And also, you owe me this much money from that time that I loaned you money because it was a loan and not a gift. That's what you need to do too. Remind him every single time you fucking see him. Until he pays you. And if you'd be like, stop badgering me about it, I'd be like, well, when you pay me, I'll stop asking. Bruh. Because you know what? You could put that money into some stocks and you could start building up a portfolio. My weekend was exhausting. I had to go to my grandmother's 80th birthday and a bunch of church friends were there. My aloe vera is almost a meter across. That's a big aloe. Maraca time. I've been having a bit of difficulty sleeping over the course of the weekend because part of me inside feels hollow. And that's all I'll say on the matter. This needs to merge down. Don't want to make it even darker. No, I don't want it darker. That one can be deleted. Still growing, taking good care of it. It needs a bigger pot. Necromancer, good morning. Hello, my friend. My ire is aimed entirely at my insurance transportation company. So I hate how the only chiropractor my insurance is taken. You know what? Chiropractors are quacks anyways. Don't trust them. Go to a physiotherapist, not a chiropractor. They are not doctors. They are people who paid extra money to get some certification from the internet. Don't. Just don't. I'm like 8,000% against chiropractors. Alright, I've reset my computer, so I need to do that. Anyway, so this painting's gone through a number of iterations. Starting with this, ignore the fact that the horns have moved significantly. So, this is where we are now. Where I'm going with this painting, I don't know, but either way, we're getting there. Wasn't this supposed to be a practice piece? No, the practice pieces are let me open the thing. The practice pieces are things like these ones where, you know, I duplicate something. And it's not a good practice piece if I never finish the actual practice. So while this is a study in another painter's style, I want it to be a finished piece. We didn't finish Mermaid's piece from last year, which is this one, even though this is supposed to be the file that I'm working in. This one's saved in my 2026 folder, and this is the one from the 2025 folder, and I mixed it up. I would like to repaint this one, too. What did I miss while I experienced the horrors? I don't even know them. They kept slapping me on the shoulder and touching me. So, oh. Told by some boomers and such I should not be so pissed at Reagan and Nixon, but I'm like, fuck him too. Well, I mean, it's pretty much their fault that the economy is the way it is now. Because trickle-down economics was started pretty much by them, and it doesn't work. It doesn't trickle down. It just stays in the banks of the billionaires. I say we all just start our own new currency. We start trading in that instead. Fuck the rich guys. It's like, oh, we're gonna use this currency instead. Oh, the billions of dollars you have, they're completely defunct. What horrors are you talking about, Conch Lobster? It's called Shoot the Orange. The orange is going to rot away anyway, so it doesn't matter. The orange is rotting. It will turn into compost. We don't need to do anything. Rotten oranges smell the worst, too. I'd like them to rot faster, yeah. Oh, advertisement. I'm sorry. I tried to give time for ads to load in my stream, which is why I usually start later. Gives people time to filter in and get hit by the advertisements. I can trade in my snake plants. I got loads of them. About 20 of them. That's a lot of plants. My mom really likes plants too, but she can't take care of them so much anymore, and I kill all the plants.
Necromancer Dark is hosting a guest. Welcome Cormoracide to the island.
Gonk, welcome back to Necrocon, the convention that keeps going even if you're dead. Necromancer, thank you so much for your continued support of the community. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the gifted sub to Conklobster / Komoracide. I'm sorry, Conk. You're always gonna be Conk to me. Look at that one go. Oh, it's just woo. Necromancer's such a good bean. I'm being dead named. You're the concrete lobster. It's like rock lobster. Let's see. I want to get the fin painted in. And by painted in, I mean very loosely. Can't lift up the pen. It gives me an idea of how to paint that. Death to A and Butter Sue. Don't boil me, I'm still alive. What? I didn't understand that. No way. I'm Ganymede from an awful kaiju movie. People are confusing me. And now I feel like an idiot for not thinking of a psychotherapist sooner. Anyway, nervous about seeing my doctor, and again, maybe he'll suggest a psychotherapist, something he could have something I should have thought about to begin with, and I don't know if being in pain and enraged is an excuse for my clouded judgment. Look, you can't blame yourself for everything, Ross. So I think you need to just take a step back from responsibility a little bit. There are limitations to, not thinking about things, but also if you're stressed to wazoo all the time, you're not going to have the best judgment skills. But you know what? Your judgment can't be nearly as bad as a certain other person. So, there's that. Oh, I invited Jess to the community. I hope that doesn't offend people. She just needed kind of a new home, so I'm offering her one. And if you're not aware, Jess is the wife of the person who is dead to all of us now because of his bad judgment. Shitty mistake. So, please be kind to her. She's a good lady. Welcome her into the community. I don't know how active she'll be, but some people just need some time and love. More Franz is fine by me. She needs a good space. Yeah. Sure, everybody knows by now. If you turn out to be an indecent fucking human being, I will destroy you. The only thing I expect from the people who follow me and the people I follow is to remain a decent human being. No! Don't compliment me! It's illegal! It's not allowed! I don't want to grow an ego! People are gonna give me an ego and things will go to my head and stuff and things and whatnot. Yeah. The eyebrow waggle. So he's like, no, you. Don't do. It's a trap. Fantasy's trying to trap you. She wants friends in compliment jail. No, you. Don't do that. I am a fallible creature. I'd make mistakes, okay? Try to be a decent person, but I'm haunted by my mistakes, no matter how much atonement and penance I've undertaken in some way, shape, or form. Even though others have stayed way too fucking hard on myself. You are hard on yourself. And I think your family's too hard on you, too. They expect a lot out of you, and you're dealing with a lot of your own personal issues, but as long as you remain a decent human being and learn from your mistakes and make up for them, there's no problem. There are limitations to mistakes you can make, but you know what my limitations are. Extreme crimes like murder and assaults of very specific kinds and possession of certain things and drug dealing. Those are, really bad things. If you haven't done those things, you're fine. But there is a point where, you hold yourself to a standard that is too high, and that can break you. You have to allow yourself to make mistakes, because humans are fallible creatures. Nobody is perfect. It's the second time this year that I've been sort of hollowed out like some sort of Halloween pumpkin by the people that I believed in for a long time, like Skilltree and Good. Skilltree is not nearly as bad. They just really badly hurt a friend of mine by being dicks. But, you know, the man that Necromancer and I supported, he did something truly, and that's left kind of like this hollow pit inside of me that I've been contending with all weekend, that I don't know how to emotionally deal with. I'm not sure how to put it, and knowing that, you know, his soon-to-be ex-wife and his daughter are suffering so much, and then all of his good close friends, people like Necromancer too, who was a close friend. I'm assuming Necromancer considered him a close friend, considering he'd been to his house before. You know, I can't imagine what they're going through. I wanted to be a police officer to protect people from monsters, and I have to accept the fact that I was inadvertently supporting one, allegedly. So there's this pit inside of me that feels like I've betrayed myself, but I have to learn to accept the fact that there's no way any of us could have known this about this man. And that the predators are the ones that are best at hiding in plain sight. And it's not our fault. But it doesn't change the fact that we're hurt and confused, and we feel like part of our hearts have been gouged out. And I didn't even know him that well, but I have friends who knew him that well. And I don't want to talk about it too much, and like I am holding my judgment for the final sentencing and evidence, because that's how we uphold our society of innocent until proven guilty, but the things don't look good, and it's difficult for me to contend with that, because that is like, you know, if I had become a police officer, could I have saved someone from being one of the victims? And, you know, was I lazy? Did I just not work hard enough around my illnesses? And, you know, that's been haunting me all weekend. And it's weird how, like, you can be almost entirely disconnected from a situation, but you still come around to somehow bring blame upon yourself for your own shortcomings. And I don't know how to emotionally resolve this, other than I have a little pit inside of me that has a smoldering fire, and if I open it up to the world, it might flash over and I will be very angry. It's not that I need to talk to somebody. I think I'm just a little bit furious still, and I really want the sentencing to happen soon. I want I want the investigation to be done. I want the sentencing to be done so that I can finalize my internal turmoil. And like, I'm feeling upset. I can't imagine, you know, what Jess and Adlington and Beef and Necromancer and Apple are going through right now. Apple is the daughter, by the way. And like, Good worked so hard to, be the good father and like go to school events and, always be there. And we were always like really super proud of him for that. And now we're just like, we question everything that we looked up to him for. Um, Another member of his community messaged me on Friday as well and was expressing because like it was his, amazing track record of a father, a single dad who's just trying so hard to get through it and, raise his daughter on his own with all of these troubles that he's having. And like they really looked up to him for that, and they feel so betrayed and confused, and I don't know how to help them through that either. And I wish I could help them through that, but it's like we're all processing in different ways. So everybody be as supportive to Necromancer as you can, because he's going, I imagine he's probably going through it right now too. And likewise, Necromancer, if you're listening, you need to talk. You talk to me, okay? Because we're both feeling hurt. We're both hurt. So, and I'm trying not to say things that would tarnish reputations more or give people like a sour idea ahead of sentencing, you know? Because I do believe in proper justice and innocent until proven guilty, absolutely. Just because there's an arrest been made. Yeah, I can imagine that too. He never met your kid, right? I, yeah. It's the one thing in crime, the trafficking and the harm of innocence, especially to that degree. Uh, was like one of my primary reasons that I wanted to become a police officer. So it cuts deep into my soul in ways that I can't even begin to express. Around the time Justin and him were having trouble, we were planning a meetup, and we paused to allow all that to settle and just never picked it up again. Well, I'm glad. I'm very glad. Jess is in the nation now, so you know, I just thought I would invite her in case she needed a new place that's not Minecraft related. Like I still play it on occasion, um, but I'm not like in the content creator circle of that. I'm definitely more an artist than a gamer. And I know you two have like talked and met before, so you know. And Adlington is also in the nation as well. And he's got two little kids in that age range as well, right? So, yeah. He's he's going through it too. What a It's a sickness, I think. You got stung by your cactus? Is that like getting hit by a parked car? Thanks for lightening things up there, Fantasy. Attack cactus. I used to have this one kind of cactus called a grandfather cactus, and it's a cactus. I didn't hold him on a pedestal. The man was definitely fallible. I held him to the basic human standards. You know, he was a dude that, you know, I wanted to be friends with, and, you know, if life had been different, you know, I hadn't had a computer that was broken, I would have been the one girl that applied to Minecraft. You know, and that's another thing that cuts deep, is like fate had a different path for me. Anyways, grandfather cactus is it's a regular cactus, but instead of having spines, it has this sort of like soft fluff all over it that looks like beard. And this cactus, I had it for like 12 years. And then one day, it just deflated and flopped over at the base. I guess it had gotten too moist and then it rotted. Like, it still had spines, it's just the spines were under the fluff. So you could pet the cactus. But, no, I guess age caught up with it and it got performance issues. It just deflated. It just went... My mom has a Christmas cactus. It blooms every once in a while. It's really pretty. It's got these beautiful pink blossoms. About the color of Nameless's lips in the picture. Someone says the sign of a good person is that they have a difficult time seeing themselves as such. Even that said, I feel like I can't even be in that category. Ross, you're too hard on yourself. Give yourself a little bit of forgiveness and grace. You should take it to see a primary. They have medication that can help with their kind of problem. Nah, he's long since dead. That thing deflated when I was like 13. Performance issues. Yeah, I think my dad has one of them. And performance issues. I had trouble standing straight. Yeah, no, this one just... Like, it was a nice straight cactus one day, and then, like, the next it was just like... Died of shame, unfortunate. Ross, allow yourself some grace. Humans are fallible. As my dad would say, they're made of clay. They have cracks and imperfections. Some people's imperfections are worse than others. I wouldn't call those imperfections, I would call those blatant fucking cracks, but... I was, you know, I'm not the best person either, you know. When I was younger, I was a bit mean, and I think it's because I was always angry, because I was always being bullied, so I could be really, really viciously mean. I could say the most hurtful things sometimes. And, like, yeah, pain begets pain. And if you're always in pain and you're hard on yourself, you're going to be hard on the people around you, too. Oh, you're a necromancer, so raise the dead plants. Or is that too difficult? Oh, I remember I have a 2-hour test today and another one tomorrow. Oh, good luck, Conk. Ooh, Mertwink. Yes. I'm assuming it was Mertwink, not Merwink. Yes, it's the Mertwink. Rias, hello. I can't believe I was like this. Yes, I also have that about myself. The I can't believe I was like this. But it's almost like growing up, we have the space to learn about who we are and the things that we should not be. And we have to allow ourselves the grace that we were once assholes, and we can get over that by learning from our mistakes and our past selves and by bettering ourselves. It's just how that works. How you doing today, Arius? We were doing a little bit of a heavy talk. I likely right. I'm trying not to be so hard on myself because yeah, it can lead to being hard on others. And even though I'm learning how to be more, for want of a better phrase, more forgiving to others. Yeah, but sometimes forgiveness is very difficult. And that's another thing you have to understand. Forgiveness is difficult. There are things you should not forgive. For instance, you know, what we found out on Friday. Those are unforgivable things. But, you know, having said mean things to somebody 10 years ago is forgivable. If you've apologized and changed and reflected upon your mistakes, that's different. You know? Tired, wash your fuck, have homework due tonight, and a presentation on Wednesday. Well, good luck with your presentation and your homework and the washer, I suppose. Washer can be fixed. I'm reading a quote from Helsing Abridged. Don't mistake youthful selfishness for genuine malice. A nobody isn't kind of an asshole in their early 20s. And if they actually weren't, they were probably sociopaths. Yeah, no, Ross, that's Ross's special thing. Ross is very good with quotes. You know how some people they're really good with like information about trains. Ross's thing is quotes, particularly from anime and cartoons and video games. My dad's coming on Thursday, and then I have to deal with 48 hours of socialization. Oh no! Rip. Oh, it's Ross's special talent is having quotes for things. Whoops. That's not the color that I wanted. I have to try and get rid of all this orange bit here. I want to maintain some of the transparency, but I doubt it's gonna stay this way. Oh, so that's like, what the fuck, young Johnny? You know, is more angry young Johnny than old Johnny. There's this emperor, and he asks the shepherd's boy how many seconds in eternity. And the shepherd's boy says, "There's a mountain of pure diamond. It takes an hour to climb it, an hour to go around it, and every 100 years a little bird comes down and sharpens his beak on the diamond mountain. When the entire mountain is chiseled away, the first second of eternity will have passed." You think that's a hell of a long time. Personally, I think that's a hell of a bird. Nice. Young Johnny, Dad always said hungry people eat lunch, humble people serve it. Well, Johnny, Dad was an asshole. Hollywood made us an even. Dad was an asshole. Hollywood made us even bigger one. Only took 4.5 billion years for that speech. I think I need to grab some, like, fishtails and study them, because I don't know what I'm trying to draw here. Just looking at some references. Fish. Baby blobfish. I think you mean lumpfish. The blobfish is the very miserable looking thing. A fish. Just a fish. Let's see. Actually, looking at the mermaid tails is probably not a bad idea. Don't mind me, you're just grabbing some references. No, Havarti's well and truly broken right now. Why have you done this? I can refund your shells if you're really hard pressed for them, Fantasy, but I know you've probably got like 350,000 plus. You've got a lot of shells. Oh, also tomorrow we should be playing some Palia. 352,000. What did I tell you? 350,000 plus. I knew it. You're just sitting there hoarding them. Fantasy's the bourgeoisie in this case. Get her, she's rich! Fantasy almost never uses their star shells, though. Give the five. I can't do that. I can only refund them. Buster check. Everybody on Shrimp Things Spines. Give yourself a little wave back and forth. Like seaweed and ocean currents while I yawn at the same time. Ugh. Ugh. But yes, tomorrow we're probably going to be playing some Palia if the servers will allow for it. Big Dad sneezed you to dust. You should dust things. Take out the dust. So tomorrow, Palia is getting its update, and we're getting the Royal Highlands. So we're getting a whole new zone tomorrow. Brand new zone, a new NPC to woo. He looks like he's gonna be cute. I think he's actually Kenyatta's cousin. I believe he's Kenyatta's cousin. So, and there's gonna be horses. We're getting horses. Actual horses. And not just like some strange Palia animal, it's an actual horse. Because they were like frozen in time due to this Amber Echo stuff. Like the humans had disappeared, the horses were like sealed away. So, I'll bet Fantasy's excited for that. We're gonna have to make room in our barn. I've got so many animals that I'm like, every time I go to breed them, I have to let them go. The ones we've still got left are Cora. Fantasy was rebirthed into a different trufflet. It's not as good as the previous one, though. And Necromancer has been like 15 different chickens up to this point. Yeah, we could probably name one golden. There is something called a Dawn Spur horse. Also, I have learned something really neat. Hold on, let me bring up a screenshot. I found out something really cool about the breeding of the animals. Where is it? It's in my recent screenshots. So, I was breeding my Bouvars, which are they're like moose bears. They're kind of cool. And what happened was, you can only have 6 traits. 7 if you rebirth one using a Divine Donut. And what happened was, it took Cheerful and Content 5 and merged them into Well-Loved 5. And then I started doing some deep dives on the legendary traits, and it turns out that the legendary traits come from combinations of other traits. But the wiki only says that it's a combination of negative traits that make legendary traits. But I think they're wrong about that, because I had Cheerful 5 and Content 5 merged together to become Well-Loved 5. And it only happens during breeding. It cannot happen by adding traits afterwards with like a cookie or something. can only happen during breeding. Today's meta entry, the brand goddamn new sick AF incredible Spinosaurus mirabilis. We shall go look. Let us bring up the Spinosaurus mirabilis. Ah, I get hiccups. You say brand new. Was this just discovered? Oh, yeah. Look at that. There's a YouTube video on it, too, apparently. So I'm going to pull the thumbnail from. There we go. Very recently. Yep. Breaking new Spinosaurus mirabilis. Long crest discovered. It's cool that we're still discovering new dinosaurs. Almost the entire century between Spinosaurus species. Almost an entire century between Spinosaurus species. That's rad. Let's bring up another picture here. Another artist rendition. And here's a skull. Look at that. And just to give you a sense of scale, because there's no context of scale here, this is how big this dinosaur is. That's a big dinosaur. Hira, our old friend, everybody. If you're not following Hira, Hira does some really great art, and you should follow Hira. Hira/Sun. It's cool to discover new species, but also a bit sobering how the existence of such things, what society was like eons ago, is lost to time. Shorter time travel. Yep. I would not want to meet them in a dark alley. Nope. Especially since they look like they would eat you. And cloning is questionable at best, yeah. 114 years between Spinosaurus species. Well, we know what happened to the crocodiles. They clearly turned into these. Or these turned into the crocodiles. Looks like they mostly eat fish due to the teeth. You'd be fine. They probably just eat mostly fish. Yeah. But still, the fish were pretty big. The fish would probably eat us too. Crocodilians existed before dinosaurs. Okay, okay. I didn't know that. But they do have a lot of similarities, don't they? Just as pseudosuchians. Pseudosuchians, I think is how you say that. I'm getting a paleontology lesson from Conk. But yeah, that's a big boy. Convergent evolution. Yeah. It's like everything becomes crabs. It's good painting too, this one. I like the little bit of light on the crest. A little bit of edge lighting. Or cats, apparently. Yes. Or wolves. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so we've discovered that Cheerful 5 and Content 5 become Well-Loved 5. But there is a Well-Loved 6, and I think that only comes about from the negative traits. So, breeding. So I've started saving animals with bad traits in hopes of breeding them together to get even better legendary traits. And my barn is very full. I have a lot of packies. Speaking of cats, how's Tesla? Tesla is doing good. He's catting. He's probably still sleeping in the living room. Oh, there's the mail truck. And I think it rained while we were chatting. Ah, streets. I don't know what primal is, Rouse. Ooh, finally comfortable, go elsewhere. Very nice. Yeah, he's either in my mom's bed sleeping under her blankets, or he's in the living room in his sunny seat. Yeah, I don't know what Primal is. Primal's a cartoon show. Oh, okay. Same guy behind Samurai Jack. Yeah, I never got to watch most of these cartoons that you guys would know because I grew up without cable television. Hey, early life was very, very hard. It's just giving you a bit of realism. Okay, let's continue working on this. Fix your car. I'm wondering if I should give him like a koi tail instead. You know, something bright orange like this. I don't know. We can always paint over it later. But I kind of like this. Hello. But we get that little diamond shape like I've been trying to do here. And I think what I want to do is try and slim this part of the tail out a bit more. I think this is where I'm having trouble. And right here is a problem too. Monitor, don't turn off on me. I think I have a good idea of what's happening here. Had cable, lost cable, got back at the tail end of the 90s. You do a few things? Okay. Also, if those of you who are still present haven't taken your meds, take your meds. I need to cut off this little section here. I'm going to sneak in a nap before gaming club. Alright, well, if you're going now, I'll see you later. I think what I want to do is... I'm going to flip this. What I was thinking of doing was adding a little fling of water across the table. Not the table, the picture. Jesus Christ, what is wrong with me? Words. Like he's flinging water with his tail. It's gonna be like... This is on a separate layer, by the way. Just like a little bit of a... A bit of a splash. In other news, you saw Evan? I haven't seen Evan, no. What's Evan news? Is baby here? So I have a new player? Ah! Baby's here. Well, congratulations to Evan. I'll have to go give my congratulations. We're gonna give Nameless just a little bit of a smirk here. He's flinging water at us, little shit. I think I want to change the position of this a bit more. Noisy car! I'm gonna do this. think I just have to go for it. Thank you for the head trauma. I think I just needed to go for it. I'm putting it off. Monitor, stop turning off. Yeah. Hey, how many star shells do you have? 206. Okay. There's a star shell arms race going on here. So, in this case, our light is mostly coming from back here and a little bit up here. So we're going to darken the tail a little bit. Drying water is such a pain in the ass, but I enjoy it. It's kind of weird. I feel like he's found himself like a nice little warm lagoon area. My sudden voice scared the heck out of you. What? Is that a euphemism of sorts? A warm lagoon. Would hope not. Would that even be a euphemism for? Do you need help out of the gutter? Oh, you guys. Change these rocks a little bit. There's too much light over here. Let's rename this layer. This whole layer is kind of fucked because I moved the horns so much. Now the question is, do I want to put his hair down? Okay. Down here, I think so. Oh, his fantasy was offering to help you out of the gutter. I'm probably down in the gutter with you. Somewhere, lurking. There's the question, do I want to leave his hair up or down? Or do his usual ponytail? Because right now I've got his little ponytail bun thing. Airplane noises. And do a little bit of work on painting the water down a little bit. A little bit of duckweed floating on the surface of the water here. It's amazing how much just like a little bit of blending hides all of the mistakes. They're not really mistakes, but it brings all the color down. His torso's too skinny. But like how it just sort of brings everything together. Like one of my favorite parts is the fingertips right here, the way they're like just in the water. This needs a lot of work in here. I'm gonna turn off the splash for now so I can see what I'm doing. Coda! Hello! Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? I feel like he was too skinny right here. How are you today, Cora? The light's coming from kind of behind him, so we're gonna... a little bit of edge lighting on the shoulders. Maybe there's some like dapples of light coming down through the trees. Would kind of be cast at an angle like the rest of the sunbeams. So let's grab some of our sort of sunbeam white. I was totally here the whole time. Ah, yes, totally. Many would not believe you, but I do. Arcane! Taggles, my friend! Everybody, if you're not following Arcane Memory, go follow her because she's amazing and wonderful and awesome and a super bean. You changed your color, you're more of a pink today. Used to be red. Yes, it's Arcane Memories. I hope you're doing well, Arcane. I've changed my color, yes. There's so many reg. There's not a lot of reg in our chat.
Necromancer Dark is hosting a guest. Welcome Arcane Memory to the island.
Necromancer, thank you for the gift of sub to Arcane Memory. Now, Arcane, welcome to Necrocon, the convention that keeps going even if you're dead. Necromancer is a huge supporter of our channel. I don't know what's wrong with him. He seems to think we're worthy or something. He's a crazy man. We're just trying to figure out how to paint in a new style by an artist named Kan Liu. Hold on, let me see if I can bring up the practice. Here's one of them. That's not the one I was hoping to open. This one. So Kan Liu is an amazing artist. Yes, Necromancer is an amazing and good friend. She'll fight you with love. See, Arcane is weak to compliments, too. You have someone else to bully, instead of just me. Bully her with compliments, too. She needs them. Self-confidence and all that shit. I want to get some of this light casting down this way. I think I'm going to have to merge the horns down now. I keep trying to draw over them. Now we need a brighter golden brown. Let some of the hair have shiny bits. I'm gonna turn off the gold. He doesn't need jewelry. He's a fish boy. Arcane, your artist magical, you are a wonderful friend. She is. She really is. Even when a lot of people were disliking on me, she stuck by me and continued being my friend. I feel like I'm not worthy, but she's wonderful. And it felt like the world was against me, and she was still there. So there. Good friend. Yeah, we're just trying something new with our art. Will it be successful? I don't know. Internet DC'd, I'm back. She missed all the compliments. Damn it. Curses! My carefully laid trap. Gone! Wasted. Good. Arcane seems to be in a gremlin mode today. Perfect. It's only 10:30? Wow. This weekend, like, man, going through everything this weekend, it was simultaneously, like, the longest fucking weekend of my life. And also, simultaneously, the shortest. Like, It went by in a blink. Feel like this needs to be lighter. There'll be just the tiniest bit of edge lighting on the collarbone on this side. This would still be a bit shadowed. I'm gonna get a little bit more lighting here. Means just a little bit of bounce light on the collarbone and bounce light on this side. That means bounce light here. And a little bit of bounce light here, but mostly strong edge lighting along the side here. Let's grab some of this edge lighting. It looks really messy. I think it might be going again. Chat keeps DCing too. No! Rip. You know, maybe we'll make these pink. Draw nip nops. Nip nop! For a second, give myself an Old Oaken or Lucky Lantern. And okay, so Old Oaken sounds more like traditional English European. Lucky Lantern Inn feels more Asian, but that's just, you know, my my own personal like weeb tendencies probably playing in there. Feel like I can't get this torso quite right. I need to do more anatomy studies, man. Need to draw more naked people. Because there's something wrong about the way I draw torsos and shoulders and... Trying to find a name that feels Viking-esque, and none of them feel that way. Well, look for names of Viking inns. Although Viking inns weren't really a thing. Inns aren't really as much of a thing either in the way that we see them in like fantasy and medieval times. They just weren't really actually a thing. Not in the way they are in fantasy and D&D, and why did I say DVD? Unlike you see in movies and stuff. That's probably why I was saying DVD. My brain is stupid. Okay. Going back to some of the dark water around here. We want to give the illusion of you're seeing some of the tail under the water. The water is clear, but it's dark, right? This big rock that's under here that he's kind of sort of sitting on needs to be more defined, as well as cracks and breaks in the rock. Deeper water. Much deeper water. And even deeper water. Rock. What is this? Ale houses were a thing, yes, but there were ale houses and inns, like places where people slept, weren't like where you got a room of your own. Normally, it was just like you picked a spot on the floor and you paid the guy a couple of coins and you slept on the floor with everybody else, hopefully close to the hearth where it was warmest. It depends on the different cultures as well. Let's see. I'm gonna come in here with a bit of light casting on maybe not that one. This one's under this tree. Just be little ridge highlights. This one might have a bit more sun on it because it's like way out in the open. There we go. Things are starting to come to life. Another reminder, anyone came in afterwards, you should take your meds today, and we have a stretch and a hydrate. Everybody stretch. And we take a sip. Why have you done this? Posture check. Everybody on shrimp thing spines. Give yourself a little wave back and forth. Like say we in the ocean current. Let me get some shrimps going. There we go. There we go. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Oh. And another hydrate from Nick for me, sir. And All these posture. How many posture checks? What the hell? Yeah, waterboarding for sure. Hold on. I wonder if there's a thing that I can do. Let's go to my node graphs. Channel points. Let's try and add another one here. Put this one up here. And the name has to be I'm trying to fix something here. Okay, and then how do we do this? Let's call backs. Action notes. Here we go. I think it's here. I'm trying to see if there's a way to. No, we need to delete this one. Trying to get it to throw a bunch of emotes or drop a bunch of emotes. It's effects, toggles. My god, there's so many things. Levin's action, Levin's preset. Let's let's not go there. What is that? Is that a thing that I can have? Interesting. I'll have to experiment later. No, it's not gonna be that. Add bone rot? Excuse me? I'm trying to find out if there's a way to... How do I move around in this node graph? trying to figure out if there's a way to have it just throw a bunch of shrimps every time somebody redeems a hydrate or a posture check. You really need to unshrimp. Hi, Perf. How you doing? How you holding up? Hey, you, stay out of my spellbooks. Who let you in here? Also, everybody watch out, the moderator's here. She might stab you. Come on, there's gotta be a thing. Maybe we can do it with drop item? Hold on, hold on. We gotta figure this out. It might be callback nodes. Okay. Nope. Dang. There's gotta be a way to do this. Bone rot. You're lucky that one requires expensive material components. We just have to let you suffer your fate. I think it's reading off random spells from my books. Hi, Queen Boo. How you doing? We're trying to figure out how to drop emotes on me when people... Nope, that's not it. When people redeem the posture check. Just play music, play sound. There's nothing for, like, Twitch emotes. Oh, emote dropper. Here we go. Let's do that. And then... It doesn't tell you which emote, though. How many emotes should be dropped per emote in chat? Oh. I don't think that works with Dang it. It doesn't do what I want it to do. Curses. I'll have to figure that out another time. You're off to Gaming Club, see you. Oh, the painting? Thank you, Queen Boo. How have you been? How was your weekend? Doing well. I had an exam earlier. Now my hand hurts so bad. I hope you did well on your exam. Yeah, we're trying a new painting style by a famous artist named Kan Liu. This is his art. And then I did a couple little quick sketches to figure out, you know, some of his style. And then this is the file that I'm supposed to be working in, but I fucked it up. And I'm working in the wrong file now. Get this can out of here. It's in the way. I still haven't finished my coffee. Man, so many hydrates, so many posture checks. Okay, we're sipping. We're sipping. We're doing sippies. There we go. And we were just getting to a point where we were working on the plants. They're like big monsteras or something. Kind of messed this one up a little bit. I don't like how messy it is. We fix. What is going on here? This guy's too much out in front. You know, we're just gonna have to merge the tree in now. There we go. There's no going back. just paint over it again. Once I figure out what kind of tree this is. I think I'm going to try and work on the background just a smidge. Oh. Dad came for the mug. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Anyway, whatever I'm doing, I seem to be doing alright. Thanks for the hydrate, Neff. Tea hasn't arrived yet. I think this was part of the problem here. The shoulder was wrong. I have no idea what I'm doing. None at all. I hate it and I like it at the same time, and I'm so confused. Confused by my own artwork. Good job. My, I'm having trouble with the skin. Always having trouble with the skin. I always feel like if
if I go with the darkest color, like it's too dark. Just get rid of the nib knobs for now. Will I figure out the hell's wrong with my my proportions here? Move on to a little bit of work in the rocks and the gonna see the reflections of things. Particularly here, there's gonna be a lot of reflections. Maybe I need to flip. Okay, that's a little bit better.
this sort of like bit of knee part of the tail sticking out of the water that I'm struggling with the most. Maybe I just need to get rid of all texture. And then instead we'll bring up reflections of the water onto the tail as opposed to giving the tail and if the light's hitting from here, I think that's a little bit better. Let's take a look at how he does his reflective lighting around the face. So like he's got, let's just take this color. He's got reflective lighting here, and a little bit of bounce lighting here, and you notice like there's just a lot of messy brush strokes. Like it's not clean lines, right? There's a little bit of lighting in here, but this is purplish. And then he's got the lighting bouncing up again from like the snake and the water. But the primary light source is almost coming down like straight down. It's like noon. But the whole face is in shadow except for underneath and here and a little bit of here. His highlights are warm, his shadows are cool, which is, you know, sensical for this picture. And I think that's where I'm going wrong, is I'm not getting that warm and cool balance yet. Thank you. Oh, watch out, there's a cat behind you. I have received tea. It is hot! Of course, it's tea. It's going to be hot. I think in this case, we're gonna have a little bit of green shadow coming in here from the rock. Like a green-gray. I think that's part of where I'm having a problem. And we're gonna have... What is... We're gonna have reflections. Cool water reflections coming up. So I'm trying to figure out here. The face is just all kinds of fuckery. Part of it is kind of messed up his face a bit. Let's try and recover some of it. There we go. This is coming along very well, thank you. I'm trying. I had to fix the face. The face was... I'd screwed it up quite a bit. Hair needs a bit more life. horns are sitting kind of funny. Let's fix that. Ah. This technique is hard because I just want to blend everything. Well, I think the tail's starting to get to a better state too. Time for more sin confessing. Have a good day, everyone. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, Necromancer. Thank you for all the gifted subs. You are truly a great supporter of the channel. I hope you have a good day. Nugget, why you scream? Oh my god, can you hear him? Please tell me you can hear him. He's a baby. He's a big baby. Actually, he's a tiny baby, but he's still baby. Okay. No. Nugget's knocking shit over. I'm gonna take a quick jaunt to the little demon's room. I'll be right back.
I'm back. Nugget. Sorry, I stepped away to meow at him. He's in my window. He's being adorable. Tesla, are you being super cute? Do we want to open the windows for you? Is that it? Mixed nuggets. Alright. Death! Death reaching a 45 stream streak. Thank you for sharing your time with us, Death Sand. How you doing? How was your weekend? We're trying to figure out this picture. It's difficult. But we actually want to finish something from Mermaid for once. It's only one of them a year, so. I think my dad put cream in my tea again. I am a little bit tired of painting today. We haven't done very much painting in the last month, so I'm like not totally used to it. I think it's chat time. I'm gonna save our progress. If you kill a killer, the number of killers remains the same, but if you kill two, the number of killers in the world goes down. Yep. It's kind of how that works. Death coming in with the random facts. How was your weekend, Death? See if I can get a... Man, I don't think I can do the thing that I want to do through Ravinian. It kind of sucks. No phone data. Oh. Rip. Wait, like, over the weekend you had no phone data, or you have no phone data now so you can't watch the stream or listen? I'm confused. Just drop a Havarti on you.
next month. We're only 11 days into May. Crikey. There's nobody on the raid today. Well, I mean, there's Moko Maid. Necromancer's not here. Fantasy's also not here. And, I need to take a break. I'm tired from art. So I'm probably gonna end the stream here. There we go. Deathsang got his cans in. I've got a shirt to take apart the rest of the way, pattern, and then put back together. So I'm gonna go do that, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for some Palia. But at least Death arrived and was able to keep his nice long streak. Congratulations on your level up just in time. Everybody, thank you so much for coming today and listening to my TED Talk. If anyone from the Minecraft community needs to talk to me, and we're both part of that one community, reach out. We can move on together. Everybody have a fantastic rest of your day. We're off sailing to other waters. May you wash ashore in distant lands and find new adventures and new good peeps. And remember, I love you. Bye-bye.